సో ఈ రోజున మనం మెంటల్ హెల్త్ అవేర్నెస్ గురించి తెలుసుకోవడానికి డాక్టర్ శ్రావణి గారు మన కోసం ఈ రోజు జూమ్ సెషన్ కి అటెండ్ అవ్వడం జరిగింది. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ మ్యామ్, అండ్ ఐ విష్ ఆల్ టు జాయిన్ వెరీ సూన్, not to miss even single point. So I request our Aklima Shah to introduce our chief guest, please.
Yes, I'm very happy to introduce very illustrious guest this evening. That is Dr. Vatsala Shravani. Her academic credentials are MA in psychology and MPhil in counseling. Of course, she has many more, but time will fall short. And her professional credentials being as a counseling psychologist, columnist, social activist, mentor, writer, development trainer, career planner. She has been actively involved in counseling, child welfare protection, development work in health, education, literacy, cultural activities, youth affairs, and women empowerment. She holds her status as a founder of Catalyst Family Counseling Center, and she's also a freelance counselor, affiliated consultant for the Human Dynamics Bangalore, and she's consultant in One-on-One Health Center, and she's also a counselor in Inner Hour, Mumbai. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aklima. Now the floor is handed over to our chief guest.
Yeah. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Good evening to all. I'm so actually happy to meet you all and address you. And as a profession, actually as a counseling psychologist, when actually ladies gather, what actually I recommend first, self-awareness. So because what we do a lot of multitasking. Okay, so for that, we have to know about ourselves, what we are capable to, and what is time available for us. So this is very important because we have to manage at home and at workplace. So this is whether they go to the office or they have self-employment or they do a lot of work in the house, whatever it is, we need time management. So first thing, whatever we have to have knowledge about self. Exactly, because unless you know about yourself, unless you respect yourself, and the people around you cannot understand you, cannot cooperate you, and cannot respect you. So first thing, whatever we have, of course nobody is perfect in this world. We have some strengths and some weaknesses also. Whatever we have strengths and weaknesses, first we have to identify, and whatever strengths we have, we should actually use them and grow in our life. Whatever weaknesses we have to understand and see that they don't come in our way for our growth. That is very important. So each and everyone, it's very easy to identify your strengths and weaknesses. Naturally, we are ready to do a few works whenever somebody asks. So that means in that area we have interest and we have capability also. Because when even in the school life also, we do career planning. Basically, we do career planning basing on their interest, abilities, and work values, because each one will have work value system. So we have value system where those they're actually standard. They don't actually change from time to time. Maybe interests change from time to time, but abilities and values are standard. So that is the reason, basing on our abilities and values, if you actually choose whatever area you're interested. So many, some people, of course, whatever you study, naturally in that area only you choose your career. But even you are at home as a housewife, so when you choose something to do a little business from home and all, you can actually find out about your abilities and choose that area. So that and managing your time. So it's very easy because, by nature, by birth, we are multitasking people. So it's easy for us to do so many things. But at the same time, managing time is very important, because work life and personal life managing is very important. That's the reason we have to learn to draw lines. So everything you cannot actually decide to do perfectly, and you cannot take every responsibility, because there are actually whoever is there in the family, whoever is there in your workplace. Like, in workplace, we have hierarchy, right? Top to bottom. In similar way, even in the house also, we should actually draw lines and, give tasks, responsibilities to each person. Because by giving responsibilities for children, it is very good for them, for their healthy development. Because whatever time they have, they learn to manage their schoolwork and their housework and all. So they also feel good that they are participating and something they're contributing to the house. Because normally what we think, we should not give work to the children, because they're working hard and studying hard, which their studies will be get disturbed and all. And as a parent, never think like that. We should actually give house responsibilities to the children. So by giving responsibilities, by sharing responsibilities to everybody, so we will have some time, productive time, quality time. So with that, we can easily plan our career and our house, both we can actually manage and all. So mostly, communication actually comes in the way. Because it's easy to blame somebody, it's easy to criticize somebody, it's easy to pass sarcastic comments on somebody. But when it comes to actually appreciation and, praising and all, so showing a gratitude and all these things, we always we won't give much importance to such things. So we have to actually give little time for appreciating whatever actually family member or at the workplace who are actually helping us, whenever they do good work, we have to learn to appreciate them and praise them. So we should show gratitude towards them. So when we follow all these things, naturally people, respect us. When we have respect for each other, there will be a trust. When there is a trust for each other, definitely our relationship 100% develops, and it we always maintain a good relationship. So this is maintaining relationship between any two, maybe in the workplace or family, is very important. Because unless you have good relationship, whatever you do, you cannot achieve completely. So sometimes, because of lack of good relationship with your family members or with colleagues, whatever you work hard, you don't achieve your goals. So in order to achieve goals, you should actually maintain good relationship with everyone. So relationship is very important, and trusting people is very important, respecting people is very important, accepting people as they are is very important. Because everybody is not born with every quality. So whatever qualities they have, we should look only at positive qualities. And we have to actually negative qualities, whatever is there, only as a precautionary, we will actually keep ourselves safe. Because because we won't allow that negative qualities to affect us, so affect our relationship. So that is the reason we should always focus only on positive qualities and move forward. That is very important. And as I told you, time management is very important. And whatever you do, so every time, normally, if you notice in the society, there are people who always give, but there are people who always take, but there is no give and take. So one thing you have to remember, if you are a kind of a person who likes to give somebody or who likes to help somebody, so it's not that, it's your birthright and all. So giving only one side of flow is never help anybody. Even though you give somebody continuously, you will not be happy. The reason, give and take process should always continue. So whatever you give, but you have to learn to take from them also. We actually, we have a myth in the society, like, when you like to help, you should not expect any. So that is not correct. So maybe you cannot expect what they can't give, but whatever they can give, you should expect. Because that's why, flow should be to and fro. It's not that you only do one way. So that is very important, all ladies should remember. So because we always end up doing one side, or we end up only taking from other side. So both are not good. Give and take is always good. So this is, you have to, very important to remember. And to actually, of course, we have a lot of schemes in the government, also giving a lot of schemes to grow, develop our business. And at the same time, we have a lot of opportunities in the society. It's not like previously. We have a lot of opportunities. So wherever opportunity we have, and whatever opportunity we have, so we have to grab it and just move forward. Everybody cannot be perfect in the initial years, right? So once you start doing slowly, definitely you will actually achieve whatever your goal and all. So never hesitate to take up anything new what you don't know, because once you start doing, definitely you will familiar to that, and you grow. Yeah. So this is what very important.
Ma'am, please unmute yourself, ma'am. Madam, ఒకసారి మీరు unmute చేసుకోరా. Sorry for the interruption. Members who joined, please make sure that you are in mute, please, so that you are disturbing speaker. Madam, ni disturb chestunnara. Please mute yourself, all of you. Yes, ma'am. Please continue, ma'am. Sorry for the interruption.
No. So all ladies, so I can talk like this at any length, but I prefer, if you can kindly ask questions in whatever area you would like to learn, and you would want to know whatever I have knowledge, I'm allowed to share with you. So I welcome all ladies to interact and, ask questions in any area, whatever actually, because you must be, some are working and some are housewives, maybe in your group. And whatever actually issues you're facing in your day-to-day life, and either in workplace or at home, don't hesitate to ask me. I love to help whatever I can in this short time. Kindly, I think Madam Radhika, Madam, actually you please allow them to speak.
Yes, ma'am. Everikaithe, now the floor is open for queries. You can ask your questions to madam directly. So ఎవరైతే అడగాలనుకుంటున్నారో హ్యాండ్ రైజ్ చేయండి, ఆర్ అన్మ్యూట్ చేసుకొని మిమ్మల్ని మీరు ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేసుకొని మీ క్వశ్చన్స్ మీరు అడగాలని కోరుకుంటున్నాను. అండ్ బిఫోర్ దట్ ఐ ఆస్క్ అవర్ co-president Anita Mohta garu to recognize chair recognition, please. Anita Mohta garu.
Chair recognize the presence of ZC Modambika, ma'am. We welcome you, ma'am. Chair recognize the presence of Santoshni, JC ZC Santoshni, ma'am. JCI Rise, we welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, dear President.
Ma'am, please share some inputs.
Yes.
Yeah, a very good evening, all of you. Dear Presidents, you're doing a very wonderful job. I'm so sorry for joining you people late. I'm sorry I missed up the session. I saw the message just now. And so I have already almost missed what the speaker was speaking about. However, I know it is something about mental health, what she is talking. So ma'am, I'll continue with the session. So once I get some inputs, I'll definitely share my inputs at the end. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Anita. And yes, Aklima, are you asking the question? Before that, I want to say a few words. This is a multi-long program, ma'am, by collaboration with the collaboration of Vizag Steel Sankalp with the Vizag Thermi Power, Vizag Palladians, Visakha Palladians, and Vizag Achievers. So I would like to greet my co-presidents for the wonderful collaboration. And now the floor is completely open to the queries. You can ask your questions, and only the question అడిగే వాళ్ళు మాత్రమే అన్మ్యూట్ చేసుకొని మిగతా వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా మ్యూట్ చేసుకున్నారు. నేను అందరినీ మ్యూట్ చేసేసానండి అందరినీ. ఓన్లీ పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ ఎవరైతే క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతారో వాళ్ళే అన్మ్యూట్ చేసుకొని మేడం తో మాట్లాడాలి.
Very good afternoon, one and all. This is Modambika. A good session, presidents. Wish you all the best for next 3 days also. And Shravani ma'am, you are given a very good, wonderful inputs, especially give and take. You are explaining in such a smooth manner. But as a lady, always we'll see that only to give. We'll not expect. That is like a very sensitive point, I believe. But how far these ladies will follow that, I don't. Do you think, is it compulsory we need to do and take? Is it possible when the child and mother bonding, or husband and wife bonding, or if teacher and student bonding, these situations, is it possible to do follow your rule?
Madam, please unmute yourself, madam.
It is compulsory, not only in any child and mother, or husband and wife, or not only in the family, everywhere it is must, because unless you do that, you cannot continue a good relationship. Sometimes, we end up, giving. So after, if you observe that whoever gives, after some time they stop giving, and there is no connectivity between you and other person. So suppose if you are in a taking side, so continuously you take, you don't give. So the other person disappears suddenly. So we cannot maintain good relationship. So whatever we, maybe not the same thing, but in other way, maybe their requirement is different. So whatever their requirement we can observe, and whatever we can give, slowly, small thing. It is not that, big returns and all. So whatever small way, there should be give and take process should be continue. Unless it is there, no relationship will continue. Even with between husband and wife also, always, husband, of course, we think, we are only doing giving husband. So if you actually carefully observe, there are so many things husband also gives us, but we don't notice. But we actually, we feel we are only giving some kind of things. Unless they give, we cannot proceed also. So whatever they give, we should be happy. Whatever we can give, we can give. But that flow should be continue. That is very important, because lifetime, with everybody, not only with wife and husband, with friends. So always give and take. Even always, some people, they take only the other friends for always movies or dinners or restaurants and all. So one way is, whoever is joining, they feel, different, because, why we always get everything from them. Sometimes we want to give. So there, you have to put a break and give also.
Next.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Modambika, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that absolutely informative thought on give and take, and you spoke about appreciation, gratitude, respect, and trust, whatnot. But on behalf of all the women, I would like to ask you something, to give a small explanation on self-love, because we women, as you already said, that we women put ourselves in the last, and we tend to love our husband, our children, and we give a lot in the process. And sometimes somewhere we stop, self-love, like maintaining ourselves for ourselves. Wearing the sari, my mother-in-law will like it. Wearing the sari, my husband will be very happy. Wearing the sari, it suits the occasion. But when will the women start dressing up for themselves, buying stuff for themselves, appreciating themselves? Because it was always a flow of expectations of compliments from the husband and from the others. But when will we actually think about valuing ourselves? So that is very important in these days, and I'm sure all women might be in a dilemma how to actually practice self-love. And there's a very thin line between self-love and self-obsession, and I'm sure you can explain this very well. Thank you.
Yeah. Actually, in our society, what we have in our brought up also. So how we actually taught at our home, so respect others. So normally when you actually get married and all, initially a woman, they're always kind. So they like to do things to others. That is woman quality. So every woman is like that. So we normally start doing to our in-laws or husband and everything. But no, in the process, it become a habit. So we should actually from the beginning. That's what actually in premarital counseling, we educate men and women also. So we have to actually, as I told you, give and take process, they should be there. It is not that always the women only should do and all. So dressing about ourselves and all, we little insist in the initial years, we feel a little hesitant and we feel shy. So because of that reason, we don't like to dress the way we want. So I actually tell every woman, because all these happen only because if they don't know about themselves, lack of self-awareness causes all these problems. So that is the reason, whatever we have, we should feel good. We should feel great. So whatever we do, that is good. So because, we cannot do the way others do. So we should never compare with others. So comparison should be there to grow ourselves. But by comparing others, no, we should not put ourselves down and make ourselves insecure or inferior, and we should not do that. So first, all women should know they are capable to do everything. So the way they're dressing is unique, because if we dress like everybody, what is there to see? So if suppose Radhika madam dresses differently and Aklima madam dresses differently, like Anita madam dresses different. So we like to see, right? So each dressing is unique, and we should actually appreciate the way they dress and all. And we should also give whatever way we want. We should respect our likings. We should respect our interests. We should respect our qualities. This is what every woman should learn. We have to respect first self. If you respect yourself, automatically everybody will respect you. If you don't respect yourself, nobody will respect you. You remember that. So first respect yourself, then only your husband, then only your children, then only your in-laws. This is the order you have to, every woman should follow in the house. First ourselves. First, all women has to respect self. And then second priority, husband. Third priority, children. Then priority, in-laws and parents. Then only siblings and husband's siblings. So this order normally we don't follow. We always give importance to mother-in-law first, and then husband, and then children, then ourselves, which is wrong. That is the reason our health also deteriorates. Our mental health and physical health both affects, because we don't give importance to ourselves first. Every person, not only women, men also, they should actually first give to themselves. Men mostly give first priority to themselves only. But women are because they don't know this is the important thing, because our brought up is like that. But now everything is changed. Women are equally working. Women are working hard, very more than actually men. That is the reason first, because unless you are healthy, how can you take care of your house? So you have to be healthy, and healthy means it's not that eating only good quality of food. Dressing is part of health. Taking care of self is part of health. Okay, you're not only eating. So taking care of our beauty, our skin, everything is comes under the health. So this is mental health and physical health, both health. So unless you are mentally healthy, how can you become physically healthy? Because mental health affects physical health. So first you have to be strong enough to take care of yourself, and praising self is most important in all women. You don't worry, don't expect everybody to praise you. You praise yourself. You give rewards to yourself. Suppose if you achieve something, you go and celebrate yourself with a pizza or whatever you want, or buying a sari for yourself, or treating yourself for something, whatever you like. You have to learn to reward yourself. That is very important, because people, some people, think, if they dress, family members feel differently. So that is the reason they don't like to dress at all, because if they don't look good, how can we actually look at them, and how can we think she's not capable of doing many things. So if she dresses well, how she's beautiful, how well she's organized, how well she's managing everything, we like to appreciate her. So that is the reason dressing is most important, along with other things also in the life. I hope I met your whatever actually your doubt,
Yes, absolutely, ma'am. Because I wanted you to convey this to everyone. And a very small example that when you are in a flight, you should put oxygen first and then help others to put their oxygen.
Yes.
Exactly. Life flows in that way. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Madam, I have a question.
Yes. Tell me.
Am I audible, ma'am? Server up and down.
Yes.
Yes. I want a clarity here, ma'am, because being a woman, we are highly emotional first. First, మనం అందరం చాలా ఎమోషనల్. ముందు ఎమోషనల్ నేనేమంటానంటే ఎమోషన్స్ ఆర్ రిలేషన్స్ అంటాను. అది ఎంతవరకు కరెక్ట్ అంటారు? అండ్ దెన్ ఎమోషన్స్ రిలేషన్స్ లో మనం చాలా పానిక్ అయ్యే విషయం ఏంటంటే ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్. ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్ అనేవి ఎప్పుడంటే షీ ఈస్ మై ఫ్రెండ్, షీ విల్ బి విత్ మీ, ఆర్ దిస్ ఈస్ మై సుపీరియర్, హీ విల్ ప్రైజ్ మీ, ఆర్ దిస్ ఈస్ మై జాబ్, ఐ షుడ్ డూ ఇట్ అండ్ గివ్ ఇట్ బెస్ట్. ఇవన్నీ మన ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్. ఈ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్ మనం రీచ్ అవ్వకపోయినప్పుడు మనం చాలా డిప్రెషన్ లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతాం. సో హౌ టు ఓవర్కమ్ దట్ డిప్రెషన్? ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ డిప్రెషన్ లోకి ఎలా వెళ్లకుండా ఉండాలి? హౌ టు ట్యాప్ అవర్ సెల్ఫ్ అండ్ హౌ టు గెట్ హోల్డ్ ఆఫ్ ఎమోషన్స్. ఎందుకంటే ఎమోషన్స్ ఎక్కువ ఎమోషన్స్ అవడం కూడా మంచిది కాదు. బికాస్ బీయింగ్ ఎ లేడీ వీ షుడ్, యాజ్ యూ సెడ్, వీ షుడ్ ఆర్గనైజ్ మల్టిపుల్ టాస్క్స్ యాజ్ అ మదర్, వైఫ్, some president or some job holder and some executive, whatever. So ikkada na question entante how to hold emotions and how to get rid of depression.
Yeah, emotions are natural. Actually, emotions you cannot actually stop. But after you actually get emotions, working on them is very important. That there, it shows your capacity, your capability. Okay. So expecting to do well is natural, because whoever wants to do best, they always have like I want to do my best, I want to achieve this, they work hard towards that, and that's natural. But at the end of the day, they may get anxiety, or they may get frustration, or they may get, if they can't reach the standard they actually fixed. So that is the reason you are getting anxiety and frustration, because you can't the standard you set. Okay, so not because of your work, or not because you could not complete the work. You are anxious and you are frustrated only because of your standard you set. So that is the reason you have to put standards, not high standard, because it's not easy to reach. Because suppose 100% if the standard you want to set at 100, it's always better you set at 70. Once you reach it, automatically you try to go to 100. But if you keep in the beginning itself 100, definitely you end up only with anxiety, frustration, and irritation, and of course altogether anger. And sometimes some people, if they are submissive people, they end up with depression. If they're aggressive people, they end up with the anger. So that is the reason setting your standard should be normal, not high, not low. So once you reach that standard, definitely you can target higher standard. So if you can't reach it, you feel good, because if you set 70, if you reach at 65, you feel good. If you set 100, if you reach only 65, you won't feel good. So because but you look at, you always look at what you haven't